talk to you guys about how I feel about having experienced domestic abuse. Um, it kind of feels like I'm doing shopping in Walmart, looking for new items of skincare so that I can feel alive again after feeling like everything's changing around me and no amount of trinkets that I buy can bring me joy. So I'm trying to find like skincare products that can help me connect to my body. And while I'm looking for skincare products, I feel an energy that's trying to get my attention. And I look up and I see a very handsome, seemingly jovial, upbeat person who just seems to be paying me attention but doesn't really look like they're paying me attention. I'm really excited and happy because I feel like whatever I'm about to buy for my skin is going to be great. Um, but I can really like feel something keeping me or pulling me or trying to get my attention in that area. So I approached the very handsome gentleman who just seems like he's not paying me attention, and then we just have this connection that just seems to be great. You know, like, wow, this is it. um, it seems like an act of self-love that he was willing to carry a bag of tampons for me, and I barely knew him. So to me, at that time, I equated this to relationship goals. And he was there with his mom and his dad, and they just smiled brightly. But I didn't realize at the time that they were looking at me like money. They were sizing up how much did she spend? Oh, about $20, $30. Oh, shit. um, we talked about the Bermuda Triangle. We talked about spirituality, but I wasn't really aware of how spiritual I was at the time. You know, because that wasn't the persona my mother wanted me to take on, things like that. Um, but I'm super excited by him because we're talking about things I've always wanted to talk about. Um, I have this reason to, oh my gosh, I get to see you, and letting him borrow my car and I'm going to work. Then fast forward, I find out he has a friend in London who has been there for him through the hardest of times. So I start feeling compared to her. And I start feeling compared to Tanashi. Then I start feeling compared to everybody. And I decide not to move to San Diego because, I fell in love. Then things are not that peaceful, but because I didn't realize that I was with him out of codependency, and we look good together. So I wanted to make sure people didn't see me as Spain lost another one, right? She can't keep a man worth a damn. um, I got pregnant due to sex magic. It's like my spirit team was telling me, you about to be pregnant. And it was the day before I had my last drink, during that time. And I was the one paying for everything, because my view of love is that if I spend money, well, it must be love, right? So, found out I'm pregnant. Fast forward, there's a lot of conflict magic, so I could lose the baby because he was regretting. Like, goddamn, I wish I hadn't. I didn't know I had to do all this. Um, had a couple of pregnancy scares. Thought I lost my child. I didn't notice the sex magic. I didn't notice the gaslight, and I didn't notice the gang stalking. I was just like, you're the only person I feel safe around. And I realized when I met someone like my mother, then when the physical abuse actually starts, my daughter's a bit older, gang stalk is much worse. My reputation is being trashed, things like that. I'm being made to feel stressed out. I got him and his family going above and beyond to say she's crazy. Fast forward, I escaped him with my daughter from Raleigh, North Carolina to Greenville, North Carolina, because he was targeting me to kill me. Fast forward, I discover my family never had my best interest. They end up working with this same abusive individual to get my child taken from me. And fast forward, instead of me healing or dealing with anything, I meet somebody else who's a dark magician. I get pregnant again through sex magic. And the third time I got hospitalized due to extreme crazy making after I had energy from my root chakra taken from me. And they took on my balanced energy. It finally dawned on me I have to make a change. So this has been a very difficult journey without my kids. It's been very difficult. With that veil of invisibility that I was under and covered with, I was only attracting people who were willing to exploit me when I asked for help. So, repairing from domestic abuse, especially with children involved, is it's something. It's like it produces tears in your eyes, man. It's like tears where you just like, goddamn, I'm still standing. You know, my oldest daughter's father. I was gonna say ex, but dear God, I hope that don't have. Oh dear God, I hope there's no. I hope my daughter has a better future with men than that. So I'm working on getting it back. But he even tried to pay people to get me to be sex trafficked. um, yeah. So having dealt with such severe Domestic abuse. I have to do positive affirmations on a daily basis so that I don't repeat the illusions and gaslighting techniques that was done on me on a consistent basis from family and false friendships and domestic abuse and things like that. I'm finally starting to realize I'm not by myself. And I hope you guys realize you're not by yourself and that it's okay to take your time rebuilding. And know that your kids are going to be okay. You know, while you working on healing, because domestic abuse is really meant to rip your soul from out the pit of your chest to where you feel you have nobody to help you. But realizing that that's an illusion, you put your 2 feet forward and you keep going, man. You keep going. You don't give up, because I always feel every day like I'm super close to being with my oldest daughter as well as my youngest daughter. Like, I be feeling as if like my oldest daughter be thinking about me like I be thinking about her, y'all. And that's what gives me the hope to keep going every day. I think about me and my daughters meditating in the mountains together. I think about me and my daughters having spa day together. I think about us cooking together. I think about my daughter showing me a whole bunch of new stuff, where I'm like, doing something one way because it works for me, but I'm getting bored, and my daughter's intuitively picking up and like, I have an idea, and we pack up for 3 days to go camping, and it's like, yo, that was a mad cool ass idea. That be the stuff I be thinking about. Keep me going, y'all. It's like, my skin is starting to feel like my skin again after years of abuse. I'm starting to feel like handprints of people beating up on my body and bruising me. And, me speaking bad to my own body, or me, hurting my own self. Like, I'm starting to feel it's leaving, you know? Because I used to be afraid to tell people I was going through domestic abuse or that my mother was abusing me. And I developed this habit of self-harm by hitting myself back in the day. And then I finally, when I had my spiritual awakening, it was like, let's find some healthier methods to deal with the stress of the abuse. So I'm in therapy, and I finally found the right therapist, y'all. Um, like, I actually just want to love myself, and I'm going to protect myself from anybody who will try to hurt me. So I hope that helped you guys. If you've experienced domestic abuse, share your experience if you feel led to.